Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Sporia Campaign. Last time, we embarked on a massive war against a league of Balto-Slavic tribes who had arrayed against us, many of them being former enemies and even people who had conquered one another's land, but they united together, rightfully so, against their most common threat, which is me, and it was not enough for them. We managed to conquer all of their lands, and our realm has expanded enormously and quite naturally to now include much more of the Venetia region. There's still quite a large section over on the western side of the Vistulia River that we need to get to. There's also a little bit of the Vistulia region over in that direction we need to deal with later, but we certainly aren't going to war again super soon. Not much manpower in the tank, and certainly not much AE room in the tank. We're in a bit of a AE crisis right now. I am trying to damage control this as much as I can, but we're going to be in a bit of a balance for a while here. I'm going to need to be very careful to keep things under control. Now, as I said last episode, I did think through who could attack me with my AE this high, and I did intentionally inflict a ton of tyranny on myself to speed that up. I may actually do more tyranny maxing to further increase my AE loss, and that is something I'm considering. But I think for now, this is a nice additional amount of AE change that we're getting from the tyranny. So we'll see if we do have unsustainable stab problems from here. I may do more tyranny maxing if needed. I don't really want to do it unless I really need to, though, ultimately. Now, last episode, we also closed things out by doing a ton of provincial planning, and that is still the where we are right now, at least, so let's get right back into it. So previously, I was figuring out the border of forts to have with the Borcenthia and Scythia regions. For now, because I just don't really have the money to sustain tons of forts internally, I'm going to have most of these border forts be the capitals, so that the capitals are fortified. Like I mentioned last time, I may eventually build forts that are further in to provide internal fort coverage, then I'll move the capitals there. But for now, I think it's fine to just have the capitals be where the forts are. I think that's fine. Another way I could do it is actually put the capitals further in anyways, and then fortify, basically have the outer locations be fortified, but the inner locations be the capitals. So they have to get through the forts to get to the capitals, but we'll see. I think it's fine just for now to move the capitals where the forts are and then deal with it more later. So let's not overthink it too much. But yeah, so anyways, we've got a fort being built at Shelets. Asulia, I will fortify. I'm not going to build the fort right this second, but I will probably soon. This will become the fort once I move the national capital to Bialystok. This will be the provincial capital location. And yeah, this line over here is basically complete. And then Solitarium, of course, should be fortified as well. Should I fortify it now? I don't think I need to that much. I don't think anyone will attack me from this direction, but I will eventually fortify it. Now, over here, let's see. Capital's at Metabis at the moment. It is the right distance from Solitarium. Did I choose Metabis? It's too close to Fulla, so probably I didn't choose Metalis. Why did I not? Oh yeah, because of that. Alright, this should be further away from Fulla. By further away, it could be at Agram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's on the mountain. I think it maybe should be at Agram. Yeah, Agram should really be the capital over here. I don't think there's any reason it shouldn't be Agram. Let's move it now. Okay, that looks fine. Now over here, I said Exotanus. Now, Exotanus is the right distance from Metabis and not from Agram, but it's not the end of the world. I think it'll be okay. I could have Exotanus and a border location, but there's no border locations that are that close. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. So over here, I'm just going to leave this because I don't have barely any of the territory. Same thing over here. Okay. Having done all that, where should I build the forts? I should build a fort at least at Anna Venetica. Let me do that now. Well, I also have the stone bonus going as well. And then let me build the fort at Agram. Having the border over here in preparation for Getia is probably smart. I could build the fort at Asula as well. Oh, I didn't even set it, like, choose this location. Over here, I could move it to Sotika, which is the right distance from Solitarium. It also has much better coverage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's almost for sure a yes. Let's move it down here. Yeah, let's move it down here. And should I build a fort here? Oh, it's all, I didn't even notice, it's also the right distance from Fola, which is great. I think I will build a fort here, just to be on the safe side. I think otherwise... Let's see. I don't think I need forts up here, because Ozia is not going to be able to attack me for a few years. Yeah, that's an 8-year truce. I'm not fighting Ozia anytime soon. Carbonia, so I should actually phrase it like, Ozia can't attack me, and they also wouldn't attack me. There's no way they'd feel like they could take me on, and they definitely could not by themselves. Even with Nuria, they still have the truce with me for a few more years, and I don't think they're going to attack me. Did they have a claim on me? They do still have their claim on me. I don't think they're going to attack me. I think we're fine. But getting the fort at Astulia could still be a good idea. I can actually... yeah, I should probably build this fort as well. I can build one more fort. And I think building it at Heredia now isn't the worst idea, just because Nuria is the scariest possible enemy. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that my next planned war is over here, so I should maybe build more forts over in this area. But there's no other permanent fort locations I can think of that I could build the forts. So let me go ahead and build the fort at Heredia, which is, again, the planned provincial capital location once I move the national capital to Bialystok. So let's just do that. That is all of my money there. All right, good. Let's go ahead and get our trades reorganized here. And let's see here. I should get, let's see. Yeah, let me get the one woad with the trade with Getia, just to maybe stave them off. And then let's get, what was it before? It was dates. Yeah, let's get dates. Trade with the Seleucids? No, trade with Egypt. Definitely want to trade with Egypt. Parva. Okay, how are the Seleucids doing? Ooh, strong Armenia? Interesting. Love to see it. All right, I'm going to look, but I'm going to not think about what I'm seeing. Oh, I thought about it. Okay. All right, you know what? In fairness, I kind of would expect Chin to do a little better than this far. Oh, okay, never mind. I just realized. Yikes. Okay. I am scared of Chin. I'm scared. All right. At this place here, I think I'm going. Yeah, with him in charge, it's not going to make a huge difference. Okay, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. All right. So now that law looks good. Over 10 per month. That's pretty good. I wouldn't mind increasing wages again, but I don't really want to mess up my economy right this second. I think we're fine. Okay, and we're about to get like a whole bunch of trade. Well, I hope we're about to get a whole bunch of trade deals. We have a bunch of resources to trade. Hopefully, people still trade with me, even with my AE. I think it's time to unpause and see what damage we've just inflicted on ourselves here. All right, on this tick, we're about to find out how much trouble we're in stability-wise. Okay, it actually had calculated. That's surprising. I'm actually amazed I'm holding at just minus 0.09 at 25. If I actually reduced it further, I could probably get upward trend. And perhaps I should do that. I have a lot of population I need to get changed around. Now, that's not the right map mode. These Istians are going to be still fairly productive because they're Weira, they're just strong culture. I think my focus should actually continue being on getting the Bastarnians switched over with migration. And I think there are still plenty of them to work with. I feel like now is not the time for migration. But honestly, I kind of think I should do one, get more Bastarnians switched over, because it's going to help my my happiness over here as well, which I'm having some issues with. Let's see here. This is going to go down on its own just fine. This is something I want to keep up. I could also do some smearing to get more tyranny. I think we're going to be okay. I think at the moment my stability is manageable. I don't want to gain more tyranny for no good reason. If I could like sell more nobles to get more money, then I'd do that. But I think it's fine as it is. Okay. I think we can just about get away with this. But I think I will give this guy... I could just bribe him, actually. Yeah, for 5, that's not worth it. I'll just give him free hands. And I'll also give you... But you already have free hands, never mind. Okay, that's fine. A little bit of extra safety there. Okay. Still doing Matter of Scythia. I haven't reloaded the client, so maybe it'll change on reload. I'll just not select a mission right now. I don't think there's any good missions. I think once it gives me Matter of Borcenthia, I might go for that. Or if it gives me something like Matter of, you know, honestly, getting control of some of the border areas of the map, like Scandia and Hyperborea, there is some advantage in getting this territory just so I control those edges. There's not much population up there, though, so maybe I go somewhere with more population to work with. Speaking of population, let's get a migration going over here. Where's my pop? I should just move this onto my map modes at this point, honestly, and I think I probably will. Hold on, how do I drag and drop? Oh, here we go. Okay. Who am I replacing? Oh, it's already on here. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see. Let's figure out a departure location. Can I do a migration from a place? I can't do it from a disloyal. Oh, I can't move them through here because it's disloyal as well. I completely forgot about that. That's annoying. I'll have to wait for this to migrate people out of here. Yeah, that's annoying. I can at least do the Bastarnians that are further south. I'll have to do it like that, I think. Actually, I can move them into here and settle them, because that's not a province action, that's a unit action. So I could do that if I wanted to. I don't think that's particularly as useful, but let's see what we can do over here. So where should I concentrate out of? Folia, I don't want to do that because I'll lose the fort, and I'll have to move the capital. I think Gorian's probably the best spot. All right, so let's start. Actually, hold on. There might be a better spot around here, but these guys are all actually. Yeah, let me do it out of Sidaris. Actually, oh my gosh, yeah, this is gold. All right, so let's start with Sidaris, and I could get vegetables to make this a little bit cheaper, but I don't think so right now. All right, so into Sidaris, what do we have currently? 3 Werasporic, 1 Werasporic. So it's 4 and 4. Okay, so let's see here. From Valatum. Anyone? No. This is so awkward. Let's see. I don't think I really have the money to do too much right now, actually. Maybe I do something further north for now. You know what? Let me grab this stuff over here. That's probably the most efficient way to use this migration. I already moved people north for this exact purpose. Okay, let's set something up over here. Maybe in Folia. Where do I have the most people currently? I think it's probably Folia. Yeah, it's Folia. And one of them's a citizen as well. That's perfect. Though it is an Istian. I'd rather have them be a tribesman. Okay. Alright, so what do we have right now? We've got 3 and 1. Okay. Was it Twistic Vandalic? Yeah. 3 and 2. 4 and 2. 4 and 3. 5 and 3. 5 and 4. That's all the money for now. Okay. We'll keep working on Folia. Alright. Trade deals. I would appreciate some people buying my goods. I have a lot of goods to sell. Please don't. Oh, here we go. Okay, as expected, it's all the people that are really far away. They haven't heard about my crimes against humanity. Alright, Egypt. You won't regret this. Veneto. Interesting. Martial perk available? Okay. Let's see. I could give Saulis some more martial. Okay. Could get a naval trait. Oh, you know, I think I remember actually being impressed by this in a previous campaign. I think military values is just a permanent modifier for Sporia. Because it's not tied to the character. It just says Sporia, the country, gets this modifier forever. But do I want that modifier forever? Maximum war exhaustion. I mean, the main thing is the war score cost. I think it's probably worth going for that, actually. So let's grab the naval trait. Let's see what he got. He got Coastal Raider. Okay, extra wealth. Actually, that's pretty good. That's probably the best naval trait he could have gotten. I'll take it, honestly. Okay, we're good. All right, let's keep moving people in. You have a cool flag, CMOs. Interesting. Looks like a hegemony flag, except it's circular. It's pretty cool. Rome wants my woad. Interesting. Alright, we may be running out of people here. Okay, so what do we have now? We've got 2... Wait, we just have 2. Yeah, we have mostly Istians. Okay, so we're gonna need basically Weyrasporix from here on out. Okay. We're gonna need to bring some in, I think. Didn't I have Weyrasporix around here? Hold on. I only have 1, though. That's the issue. Okay. I have 3 over here. Let's move them to here. From Pseudononia. That's it for now. We'll move them further. Okay. All I can really do now is just recover. Can't do too much more actively at the moment. Alright, and then... Weyrasporix. And then we move them over to Folia from here. That's 3 more. Oh my gosh. Salia's going wild. Look at this. Jeez. Or I guess actually, yeah. Salia and Androphagia both, their occupation colors are so similar. Okay. All right, we're now looking at so 5 versus 10. Yeah, let me move. Actually, that should be fine because we're going to have it's split between multiple minorities, so we should be okay. We just need 5 more. We'll be all right. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about it a little bit. This would give me probably positive trend. If it doesn't, we may be in trouble. But I think right now, getting more population force assimilated, force converted with migration is probably worth the cost. I'm going to do it. Okay, we did not get positive trend the way that I thought we would, but we at least aren't declining that fast. So just gotta hope we can make this work. All right, now we have some more money to work with, though, at the very least. Okay, where was I? Folia, that's right. I need to bring in 5 more Weirasporks from somewhere. Do I have... I do have more up here, but they're really far away. Do I have... Oh, can I bring them through here? I don't think I can I? Hold on. It's this province here. No, this one's allowed. It's this one here. That's... Yeah. Hold on, so I can bring them through here, but can I bring them out of there is the issue. No, they'd get stuck in this province. That's annoying. It's right in the way. I need to go through there. That's super annoying. Okay. Can I bring them through the river? I don't think so. So, like, Venedeba. I don't think that's allowed. You have to do it via being bordered. Okay. What about from the north? Any Sporics anywhere nearby? Not that far north. Okay, there's a few that are not too far away. It's just going to be a little bit of a hassle. Okay, let's, where were they? Okay, what are these Weirasporks? I mean, yeah, I don't know who else they would be. Weiraspork. That's enough. Okay, let's put them all into Ozioia first, from Sidonia Australis. 1, 2. Right now we have our 5. Good. And then through here. Of course, it's the most moves possible. It's so annoying. I could almost get away with it. I could do 3 to here, or 1, 2, 3 here. It's just the exact worst spot. All right. Move in from Ozioia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then move in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then move them over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Wait, that's not... What am I doing? That's not the right spot. Oh my gosh, I just wasted a bunch of money for no good reason. Okay, now this would be a min-maxed migration. Do I want to go down to like 16 stability? I mean, now's the time if I'm going to go that low with my trend so bad. Let's do it. Oh, it's still negative trend? Oh my god. Alright. Let's get the stuff taken. Oh, this is just 0? Really? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's easy. That is easy. I guess I'll just send over one of each. Alright, that's easy. Okay, now we have 15 to work with. Where should these guys go? You know, I could actually move them into this place and add more people that are my culture, my religion. It probably would increase the average happiness here. Not the worst idea, honestly. Not the worst idea. I think I'm going to do that. Let's see. Plus, I can set this place up for a migration from once it is happier. I think I'm going to do that. Let's see. How do I want to do this, though? Let me move 3 over here. I guess, is there any other place that I'd want to colonize still that I can reach? Not really. Yeah. So now it's just internal relocation. Okay. Let's see here. Let me set it up for, let me do this a bit more intelligently. Let me send over 2, 2, 2, and 5. No, I shouldn't. That'll be okay actually for now. I just want to get the local culture and religion to be correct for me. Not that many. And then 5. Then over here, 4. Yeah, to sofa. I'll do that. I'm moving a lot more population into this location where it's not going to be very useful, but it will help it recover faster, which I think is what I want to do. And ultimately, even though I'm kind of just shuffling people around in their own area, I'm turning them into Sporics in doing so. That's the real point of doing this kind of internal migration like this. Wait, did I just have 1 score? Did you see that? My score was not 0 for just a moment. Did I imagine that? I think I just saw my score be above 0 for a moment. Look at that. That's wild. Okay. I think that was probably a good way to do the migration, if I was going to do the migration at all. I could really use some stability events right now as well, not going to lie. Let's go up to speed 4. How are you looking? 40 years old, perfect health. That's good. Who's the successor right now? It's Minoris. I don't love that. Stat-wise, it's pretty grim. 2-1. I'd be fine with a martial or a finesse successor chief, but you have neither. It's going to be hard to follow Skirgurdus up. But he's middle-aged now, and up here in the north, I don't imagine people live too long. All right, let's start grabbing this stuff. Okay. Give it the tick. More people are selling with me now, that's good. Economy is improving. On January 1st. Okay, this is now improving a lot more. That's what I thought would happen. We are Sporics over here in terms of the territory definition, which does, as I mentioned before, have an effect on the territories, the way it works in the math. Now, Makate is pretty crowded, but it's fine for now. I just need to get this back to 33, get that cleaned up. Alright. good. Kind of a messy situation, but we're recovering. And really, this whole campaign is the ultimate example of, like, you have to kind of keep the snowball rolling to keep it from falling apart. If we don't use our momentum correctly, it could be a disaster. All right, this is just in time because I'm now going to go ahead and move the capital over to Bialystok at long last. All right, so Bialystok will become the capital of Sporia, and it'll become the provincial capital of the Sporia province as well. And our court will move there from Ravakia. Sad to see, because we've had Ravakia as the capital for 13 years, but I think it's about time to move it to somewhere with a slightly more, slightly better location overall, for all the reasons I've talked about. All right, capital is now Bialystok, and let's go ahead and get those imports in. Bring in those dates. Actually, you know what? This place still has these imports. These may go away, but for now, let's just leave them there. Get the dates once again, and get the woad once again. Definitely need that woad. Trade with who? Trade with Yankai, actually. Yeah, sure. All right. Now I'm gonna get rid of this fort here, which I don't need. Some money for me. Move the capital over here, the provincial capital, obviously. Okay, there we go. And then this place is still recovering with my money. Anything I can do with my money? Not really. Almost at flat trend at 17 stability. Sheesh. All right, we're working on it. We're working on it. Okay. Looking good. I think we're gonna just about get away with this. Somehow. Alright. Oh my gosh. Sally. Jeez. Okay. These guys are Volgaic, and they don't actually have barely any population at all. So this is another situation of this looks much scarier than it is. Salia is not a serious threat unless they integrate the Androphasians, but we'll see what they do. That is Androphagia gone from the map, completely annexed. Interesting. All right, Getia is still in their war, so that's good. They're distracted. Nuria is also still in their war as well. Scythia wants to trade with me. Oh, minor addendum, yes. Saula, I'm not even gonna read that. You've never seen me click a button faster than this. 6 stability for 10 PI. Goodness me, that's a yes from me. All right, trade those furs to Massilia. Nice. All right, economy is doing pretty good right now. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. 8.2k manpower max, that's good to see. That is good to see. Ozia is at war with Kairotia. Interesting. I'm really sure you should be doing that, Ozia. Okay, I don't think... Is Ozia the... Oh, Il Mandu Superior. Okay, they're being attacked. Wait, are they? No, they're not. Oh, you know what? They're coming in to join Carbonia. Carbonia was attacked. Okay, I forgot about that alliance. Okay, Kairotia probably can't win that war against the two of them together. All right, we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh. Ah. Simnonia? Interesting. Rising up. Let's do a quick check on my, what am I trying to say? Do a quick check on my decision. How are we looking for this? We're a ways away, but we at least have much more of the territory that we need. Amber of Rugia. What is this? I literally can't do this because Rugia has to be a city. That'd be cool to get that, but I don't think it's in the spirit of my rules to allow me to build a city just to then demote it after getting this decision. So I'm going to not worry about that. I'm not going to be embracing Tuistic. No way. Okay. Let's proceed. Are there any more Weira countries? No, of course, Nuria. Nuria and Budinia are Weira. But I think that's it. We're the only ones left, thanks to someone. I don't know who could have done that, but have you guys set up any holy sites? No. Okay, good. Back above positive PI, that's good. All right, so now I think we just wait. I don't really want to do another migration quite yet. I guess I could, though. I could, and I could bring in more people in here. I think that's probably what I should do, is I should migrate and then bring in and settle the new Weirasporix in the Nedia Inferior to speed up its recovery. Because then once this is recovered, because at the moment it's actually presenting kind of a barrier to me doing migration micro in the west, because it's in the middle of everything and I can't move people through it. So it is actually important for migration micro to get this back under control. What do I still need over here? I need 2 to get it changed over locally. I need 2 3s, that's 5. 3 again is 5 plus 3 is 8. 11, 13. So that's, I could do a full migration and then just send 7 migrators somewhere else. Maybe over here. Yeah, that's 2, so then that's 5. It's 3. Yeah, okay. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I have the money for it right now. I don't need to build any more forts super urgently. I could build one at Orisia, but I don't think... I mean, I'm kind of thinking Budinia might win this war and then potentially become an enemy for me. They're not going to have... Unless they integrate the Nurics, which they should do. Let me save my money. Also, nothing ever came of that Carthage expedition. He just went to Carthage and then nothing happened. So I did just spend 100 gold on 5 popularity, which is a shame. I was hoping for some sort of cool event chain, but well. Yeah, nothing to do over there. All right. Let me set up a migration, I think. I think I will go into positive trend if I do it now with my reduced AE. I think this is a good time for this. I need to keep the demographic. I'm at 130 now. I need to keep that going. Oops. What was Scythia? 170. I'm now on parity with Getia. I have to keep moving, though. Again, I don't think Scythia is going to attack me, but these are good comparison points for me, at least. Okay. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Where do I move them out of is the... I guess, do I start dealing with the Istians? I could keep going down here. Yeah, let me do something down here, actually. This is more of a priority. Because the Istians might just assimilate on their own, honestly. And they're not too contrary to... Like, they're still pretty good for me, even if they're not Sporic yet, because they're right culture group, right religion. Alright, where's my departure location? I think I do this one from Gorion. Yeah, I think I do. Although the Sporics I just created are stuck up here, so I can't use them, so that's a little awkward. Do I have enough Sporics down here? I think I might. Maybe just barely. It's going to be close, though. Maybe I don't, actually. It's going to have to really pull them in from quite far away at this point. Let's start setting up Gorion and see what we can do here. Any Weirasporix that are spare that I can bring in? Literally any from anywhere. Not really from around here. Okay. Agrim can send him 1. Ibidura can send in 2. Etcha can send in 3. That's 4. That's it. Okay, into Gorion you go. Maybe I just do a partial migration. No, I should still do a min-max migration. Send them in from Metabus. Okay, what are we at now? 7. So it's let's see, 4 and 3. Okay. Do I have more over here? Yeah, I have a bunch of sporks down here. Okay, I can make this work. Let's bring them. I can bring them through 2 layers of provinces. Into Reparum you go, Weyrasporix. 4. Okay, that'll be good for now. Into Tandem from Reparum. Oh, I should bring... Let me move a non-Weyrasporix into Reparum to then empty it. Weyrastronian, that's fine. Alright, out of Reparum, let's bring in the Weyrasporix that was there. Okay, and then up here to here from Tandem. I need to move one out of Tandem as well. I didn't even think about that. Okay, into Tandem. Let's move... Twistic... Hold on, wait. Really? There's no others? Okay. We're kind of shifting around where the non-Weyrasporix is. Twistic Bastarnian, and then into here. Let's bring from Tandem. Weyrasporix. Up into Gorian. Empty out. Metabus. And then I can bring one from Gorian back down. Let me do that now, actually. Because this is all Weyrasporix now. From Gorian. Twistic Bastarnian. Into Gorian. From Metabus. Okay. Now we've got 8 and 2. That's 10. Now we just need to move in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what are we at now? Still Weyrasporix. Let's see. 10, and then I can squeeze in. Okay. Can I get 2 more? I can, and I do want to get a full min-max migration. I can get in 2 more from somewhere. Not from there, I guess. Yeah, doing it on these provinces that border multiple other provinces is a good way of doing it. Here we go. Sindaris. Into Gorian. From Salata. There we go. Okay, let's do it. All right, resettle Gorian. Okay, let's get our plan in motion now. So we need, let's see here. Okay, 2, hold on. Yeah, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2. No, wait, hold on. I moved to the wrong spot. There we go. Then up here, we just need 2. Okay. All right. Now we have 7 more to work with. I could move them to Bialystok, although it doesn't really matter that much. Do I start setting up a place that I plan to have as a slave location and then move them there I should just use the slaves I currently have and move them around, I think, for that. Let's see. Where should I move you? I guess in preparation... Where's my next migration plan to be happening? Oh, I was going to move them over here. I completely forgot about that. Okay. I need 2 and 2. And then this is just kind of a mess over here because a bunch of people have moved there from enslavement. Okay, that's fine. 2 here. 2 here. And then this is just... These are mostly slaves I can move out. I guess I'll move these 3 over here. And I can relocate the slaves out elsewhere. Where should they be moved to? I don't have any place set up yet in this area for slaves. I guess I'll maybe move them to here for a forest farm a bit later on. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. Okay, good stuff. Let's go up to, we're on speed 4 already. Oh, I didn't move you, did I? Oh no, you're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there. Alright, this is looking a lot better now. Nice. Let's give it a tick. There it goes. Okay. Gradually expanding our demographics. Let's see here. 140, good. Each time I do a migration that's min-maxed, I should be expecting to get about 10 more sporic population from that, to kind of put that in perspective. Oh yeah, I think Nuria's not long for this world. Things are looking pretty grim for them. But they're also occupying a lot of Bedinia, so perhaps... Could be a bit more nuanced how that goes. 464. We're finally at 0 trend, and we're at 19.66 stability, so could certainly get better, and now it is trending up to 0 as opposed to down to 0. Did Scythia just lose territory? Oh, interesting. I saw their name move around. What else is going on in the world right now? Nope. Shouldn't have looked. They're so far away. There's no way Chin can mess up this campaign. Every single campaign I've played in TI, I feel like Chin has ruined my day some way or another. But hopefully this time things will be more calm. Let me just let my forts finish, and I'll feel a lot safer as well. I will want to build a fort at Solitarium as well, but I think for now it's fine to be delayed on that. Getting my fort line with Scythia and Borcenthia set up in time for any shenanigans with Bedinia, Getia, or Scythia. We should be okay. All my forts are done. Very nice. Let's take a look at the beautiful fort coverage now that it's here. Look at that. All right, now we're looking a lot more fortified. Can continue to improve this, but at least our any attack from the east will have to get through this fort line right here. We'll need to continue moving it further north, but for now this is fine. And much of my core territory is now much better protected, which is very good. Right, we have positive stability trend at long last. Love to see it. Not very much, but at least it's going up, which is always good to see that. Okay. I think we've basically managed... Yeah, we're down to 68.48, 46. I think we've gotten away with this, just about. All right, this is also going to get back up above 33 pretty soon, which is good. They'll be able to destroy this fort and build the fort at Agladia, where it belongs. Okay. Looking good. I'd kind of like the runner-up chief to be the successor. 6'8", although not amazing, is better than 2'1". He also has better charisma, which I guess more tyranny loss. In general, I think it's good, even though I don't mind the AE loss right now. Let's see. Are any of these chiefs, like, amazing? I probably would like Gen Wildass the best with his 9 Marshal to come in, but I may not have a lot of choice here. He has the worst succession support of everybody. Let's see. His popularity doesn't have an effect. Oh, from modifiers, what does that mean? Is this from, like, traits? Yeah, traction is air, probably. Benefactor. No, he is righteous as well. Interesting. Exalt might help. It's like, of course, the guy that I want to be the successor has the worst. The worst. I think actually go on Tautus might be better. I can make use of Merc leaders to get the Marshal I need, and I might want to start focusing on the Finesse to get more value out of my commerce. But exports are not going to have as much of a effect from the Finesse compared to imports. So I think it's still okay to have bad Finesse in the Venetia region. Let's see here. I know for sure I don't want this guy to be the next guy. Where is all this coming from? From modifiers, what does that mean? He has so many rivals, holy crap. Suspicious and jealous. I could rival him and then try to assassinate him. Is it worth it? I think... I'm trying to remember. I do assassinations pretty infrequently. I think I bring in his other rivals to help me with the assassination. Is that how this works in this game? I might be thinking of CK3, actually. I could also just imprison him, which would sort of solve the problem, too. Although, it might cause a civil war? I don't remember. Can I take him to court if he's my rival? Hold on. I can't even execute him without 25 stability. I don't know if I'm allowed to take him to court as a tribe. Who are my current rivals? I have no current rivals at all. I think now that we're kind of just waiting around, I think I want to do a little bit of internal court politics. I think it's actually worth my time and possibly resources to keep this guy from being the successor. Now, the succession will happen when Skurgridus dies, and I'm hoping for another 20 years or maybe even 30 years of Skurgridus, but he's going to have health problems near the end of his life that's going to hurt his marshal. Ultimately, I think it is worth it to... Now, something that might happen, though, is if this guy dies, the new clan chief who replaces him might be worse, but it doesn't... But let's keep in mind that, as a tribe, succession support is character-based, not family-based, so his new... it's similar to like the family heads, but unlike with that, they would still have to compete with the other clan chiefs equally. So I think it is worth it to actually go ahead and rival this guy. Okay. I rivaled him. Yeah, 6 of 5 rivals. Oh yeah, here it is. Scheme assassinate. Okay. Let's see. I don't love the 7 AE for doing this, and I am still doing influence stakeholders, which I'd like to continue. But I think this is the way I'd want to do this, right? Or I could just do this. Oh yeah, it's the same thing either way. That's right. Is there some other way I could get this guy killed? I don't think so. I have very little control because, again, the clan chief retinue system, I can't raise him or like put him somewhere. I also can't send him off anywhere, right? Oh, I need the invention espionage. That's right. Yeah, never mind. I was doing that in the Timbuktu campaign, but I would need to develop that. Where even is espionage? Oh, it's over here. Actually, I'm kind of not that far away from it, and this would be a better way to get rid of characters I don't like. Can I send away clan chiefs? You can't normally do espionage with heirs, but I don't know if they count as heirs under the system. They are technically all heirs. If I can do that, then I can develop a crazy micro-strategy to min-max my chief succession, which is one of the main things that's always held me back from wanting to do more tribal campaigns, is the completely chaotic chief succession system is just really hard to min-max and control. And I've happened to get techs that are getting me toward... I only need 2 more techs to get espionage. I just need 2 more rolls of all of these traits. And I think we could actually get what we need. Now, is there another polymath in the queue? Because I think it might technically be best to have 4 polymaths. No, okay, because it says that it stacks, but it's fine. I don't have that. Okay. I think in the meantime, it is still a good idea to try to assassinate this guy. Should I do this now, though? It's a lot. Well, hold on, wait. I could wait and get this first, but I don't know when I'm going to get it. Actually, I might be able to get it sooner using a alternate peace deal war. I haven't done any of them yet in this campaign, but I do have the mod, as you've seen every time. I can do a peace deal with an alternate outcome. That might be what I do. I might actually plan a war against someone with more tech than me to get an innovation to either unlock assassinate cost reduction or unlock espionage directly from... I mean, I have to get this one first, but if I can get 2 techs... I don't remember... I need to look at the mod description page again. That might work. That might work. Who would I attack, though? Who has more tech than me? I mean, everyone should probably have more tech than me. Let's see. 0, 0. Does anyone near me have any military tech? Okay, people that are way further south have more military tech. We're not that far into the campaign, time-wise, so not too many people around me are going to have extra military tech. I can fabricate over the water, can't I? How far can I... Really? I can reach this far? Oh my god. Okay, I can reach the Britons. Do any of them... anyone have any military tech around here at all? No, probably not. Keeping on very hard. So yeah, that's too far. That's annoying. I can't actually do it on Getty. I don't border them. They also don't have military tech. Who's the closest to me? I guess maybe the Lysimachids. I'd be out of my mind. Actually, would I be out of my mind? Surely they've integrated some of these people, right? They're just allied with Chalcedon. Raid on the Lysimachids? Am I even really thinking this is a good idea right now? Am I? Really? How? Actually, how can I reach them for This would be such a bad idea. This could go so wrong so quickly. I mean, I need to figure out if they've integrated their minority cultures. If they're still just Macedonian, I think this might be feasible. And the alt peace deal, it's all based on war score, so I just have to get war score. I could also raid their cities. I could sack Byzantium, I could sack Lysimachia. Lysimachia is huge as well. I can make some serious bank. The problem is, I don't really have an easy way to get to them. I guess I could get military access through Getia. Would they even agree? They actually would agree, okay. They'd actually barely not agree, which is pretty rare. In Imperator Rome, I've commented on this before, the AI loves giving you military access, even when they hate your guts. I don't know why they're so open-minded about this, but Getia would agree. I could walk through the uncolonized, get Getian access, and then get... oh, these guys wouldn't do it? Really? I could probably get them to agree to it. That's all I would need, though. Then I could enter from the north without needing boats. Now, I'm trying to remember with the alt peace deal mod if it uses war score as a balance, or is it, or not war score, if it uses AE as a result from it. I think it does. No, I don't think it does, actually. I think it just uses... I remember it uses an imbalanced large amount of war score for the alt peace deals, but I don't think it uses AE. I could potentially launch a completely wild southern invasion of Thrace, of the Lysimachid kingdom, with my tribal army. Just a completely out of nowhere barbarian invasion to get tech. I'm thinking about it. But I think I'm going to think about it more between episodes, because this is going to be a good stopping point for this episode of the Sporia campaign. Some wild ideas floating around. Yeah, there's no other person with military tech right now who would be a feasible target, because they're going to have much, much better... really? Are you serious? I mean, Lysimachids are still the softest target with any military tech, but let me give it some thought, and we will see what what crazy schemes I come up with in the next episode of the Sporia campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.